Now I want to show you how to aggregate and reshape data. The Aggregate and Reshape tools are useful when you want to restructure your data, perhaps for a certain type of analysis or for a particular visualization. Let's do it. In this demonstration, I'll aggregate and reshape my data. This will get the data into the format I want for my visualizations. First, I'll aggregate by customer and date, and then I'll aggregate by product and date. I'll start by adding an aggregate tool to the pipe. I'll change my tool name. And then I'll select Group By so I can group my revenue forecast data by customer ID and date. I'll set the number of decimal places to 2. I'll leave the operation set to Sum and select Revenue Forecast for my aggregate column. This means revenue will be totaled for each customer of a certain date. Now I'll click Apply, and then I'll click Build. Let's examine the data. Notice I have 3 columns to use for my visualization. Only these columns used by the aggregation tool are available to me now. If I wanted, I could place my forecast tool after the aggregation, and I could have different results, maybe even better results. Whether you place a forecast tool before or after an aggregation depends on what you want. In this case, I also want to create a forecast visualization based on product and date. Those columns wouldn't be available to me if I aggregated based on customer before the forecast tool. Placement of the forecast tool is something you can play with to see what provides the best results for your needs. I'm going to add another aggregate tool, this time for product and date. Let's look at the data. This time, the revenue is totaled for each product of a particular date. Now I'll show you how you can reshape your data. You can use the Reshape tool to pivot data from rows to columns or from columns to rows. Let's reshape this data so that the 2 products, Internet and Mobile, are column headers instead of row values. I'll start by adding a Reshape tool. I'll change my tool name. I'll select rows to columns because I want to move the products to columns. My label column is product ID. This column holds the row values that I want to become columns. For value column, I'll select Revenue Forecast Sum. This column holds the values that will be placed in the product columns. For row values to columns, I'll select Internet and Mobile. These are the product values that'll be converted to columns. Now I'll click Apply, and then I'll click Build. Let's look at the data now. Notice I have 2 products called Internet and Mobile that are represented as columns. The values in the columns are forecasted revenue values. Data in this format will make a nice visualization. That's it for now, so I'll return home. And we're done. You observed how to aggregate and reshape data. Sometimes data isn't in the format you want, but Symon has many tools such as these to restructure it.